Welcome to the BXG Podcast, the podcast where pop culture and nerd culture meet.
You think it's just going to be barbecue sauce?
Because if you actually read those books, it's just gobbledygook.
I really think clothes should be mandatory.
Speaking of Star Wars,
Captain America.
trailer reaction video. Chainsaw Man. In this episode, Denji makes an agreement with Power, who is the fiend who he has partnered with, to assist her in killing a devil who has taken her cat hostage. And the agreement is that if he is able to help her do this, she'll let him cop a feel. So naturally, what happens is she betrays him and feeds him to this giant bat devil, only to find that Denji is in fact not human, at least entirely, and his blood tastes foul.
It is foul.
The devil bat has some particular tastes that may or may not fall into the realm of pedophilia. And to punish Power, it eats the cat and then it eats her. But Denji, motivated by nothing more than just a nice set of boobs, goes full on chainsaw man. And after a roaring battle, disembowels the bat devil, and we're left on a cliffhanger to see if he will be able to claim his prize in the next episode. So Chainsaw Man.
What I like about this show, other than just the hilariousness of just it's like, I just got boobs, but is exactly what's happening. Mm-hmm. And yet it does not matter. It's like, right. Bat guy shows up, he big and he's strong, and then Denji's like, let's try not to do this, right, but here we go. And then just the absolute violence. Like, isn't like, it's not that you just see him cutting things down. It's just when bat guys laying on the ground, you see his guts all hanging out.
Yeah.
And you're like, yep.
Yeah.
This show's hilarious. And like, it just cracks me up. Like, I'm just laughing maniacally watching this. Like, I have my headphones in at school and I'm watching this at school during a break. And people are probably like, why is he laughing? What kind of funny video? And I'm just watching this ridiculously crazy character. It's like, I don't even know how to, like, someone comes up with this character, number one, and then it just is just crushing this bat guy that reminded me of like a character from like Ninja Turtle toys more than like an actual Ninja Turtle character. And I was like, I feel like this character is a toy, maybe not on the show, but
right.
It was hilarious.
Wingnut, that's
Wingnut, that's it. Wingnut, that's it. Yep. Yes, Wingnut.
I had the opportunity yesterday to actually sit unencumbered and just watch this after work because people were elsewhere and I had a little bit of time. And I just I made myself a little popcorn, sat in the recliner, and just kicked my feet up because I knew that this was going to be completely insane. And it was. And I already had my speech. I had my speech planned if somebody like tried to contact me. I'm de-stressing right now. Well, what are you doing to de-stress? Well, let me elaborate. I'm watching a show about a man who turns into multiple chainsaws and fights devils who just wants some TNA.
Yep.
And
that's literally it.
It's incredibly violent. It's incredibly gory. It's hypersexualized. And quite frankly, I can't get enough of it. Because this show's bonkers.
It's so fast. Like it's 23 minutes, but it's also just like fast. It's just like plot, setup, action. He turns into a chainsaw, and that's it.
Yeah,
that's all you need. Like it's very. They don't waste any time.
No,
because like it's great.
And I would say, like even last week's episode, which was more of a plot, quote unquote, plot building episode. It's funny enough that it can carry you from episode to episode where there's not a lot of action. And I thought that I'm curious to see, like, from an actual narrative standpoint, like what will happen, because Power straight up betrayed him. And, she tricked him into being a sacrifice for this giant bad devil. And I'm curious to see, and obviously, fans of the manga will know what happened. But for me, I'm curious to see, like, after he gets his feel, assuming he gets his feel, is he, going to be like, okay, well, you screwed me over, so now I'm going to cut you in half with my chainsaw arms or my chainsaw nose. Is it a nose?
Feel like
you think it's a nose? Is that a nose?
I think it's a nose.
Think it's a nose?
Yeah.
Yeah. He learned that the chainsaws can retract also in this episode.
Yeah, that was cool.
That's probably a helpful skill moving forward, I would imagine.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah.
We feel like it's going to play more. Do we know how many episodes this is?
12, I believe.
12? Okay.
Yeah, not enough.
Honestly. No, I'd say you can really just keep going.
Well, and I think that
I would be fine.
I think that it is, I don't know enough about, like, the manga in terms of, I'm on the wiki right now. I'm just kind of checking it out. It started in December of 18 and it ran till December 20, and then there's been another run that started July 13 of this year. So it's not that old.
Right.
And there's not I'm trying to see if there's like an issue count or something like that, because like the reality is, like, for Naruto, for example, it's, one episode might be 5 issues of the manga or whatever.
Right.
And so this doesn't have, it's not that old. So I don't think there's probably not a lot of a lot to adapt right now. So that's probably number one, why the season's so short. But this is immensely popular, looking at, some of these factoids on the wiki. Number 4, ranked number 4 list of best manga 2020, and topped the list in 2021. Freestyle magazine, the best manga of 2022 or 2020. Number 12 series, ranked number 16, ranked number 2 for another publication. Series ranked number 10 in the most wanted anime adaptation in a poll conducted by Anime Japan. The series ranked number 45 on the 2020 Book of the Year list by Da Vinci Magazine. So this is nothing that, like, it's just immensely popular. It's not anything to sneeze at. And so I do think, we're going to get more. And obviously that's, we're looking at season 1, 12 episodes, whatever, but I think it's safe to say that this is going to see multiple seasons with how popular it is, not just the anime itself, but also and I think that, like, we've joked about, like, it's insane and it's like really funny in all the wrong ways, and it's incredibly violent and things like that. But if you really hone in on the animation, especially during the fight scenes, it's very fluid. I think it's really high quality animation. The character design is, outside of him and his chainsawness, maybe a little tropey, maybe a little bit tired, but the main, all the things you want are here. And
agreed.
I think it's probably pretty safe to say that we're going to see more of that. But in the meantime, season 1 continues, and it's probably I think about games in like a particular year. So like one really good example for me is 2018, God of War. The reboot came to PlayStation, and it was probably the best game of the year, but I had way more fun playing Spider-Man. And this is kind of that for me, which is I know that all the other shows we're watching are quote unquote better than this, but I have more fun watching this than
It's
pretty much
fun.
anything else that we've watched in a long while as far as TV shows go. So, any closing thoughts on?
No, it's just a fun show. Honestly, it's just like you said, it's very fun. I like it. I got nothing against it. I will say that because I like that it just knows what it is and doesn't try to do anything different.
Boobs.